Hi, Dr. Patrick Gentempo here, and thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel. We have great content in store for you. I'm so excited to be here with you, and let's jump right into it. So it's gonna be a good day when you and I are having a conversation, so thanks so much for coming to the studio and having this one.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I've been keeping track, and I participate as a student in all the things you do, all the Revealed series, and as a student, I just love it. So thanks for having me. It's humbling.
Well, thank you. You're the guy that when we have you on to talk about money or finance or wealth development, everybody says, I believe I can do it after I hear from him. and you take, what seemingly are complex things and kind of translate them to, here's how you can put it on the ground and have it serve you. So crypto, kind of another world, separate from what we've been talking about, but nonetheless, it seems like you've been trading it.
Yeah.
And you have all these fascinating trading strategies. So first, give me your top level view just on crypto in general before
Let's
we
start
talk
big
about
picture,
Yeah.
because it's a big picture.
Yeah.
I'd say the first thing is that it's so exciting is I've always had the self-concept of being a student. I never like to walk around like I'm an investing encyclopedia, because I'm not.
Yeah.
I have one gift. I tend to make stuff simple, and it's probably because my mind is simple. But the context of being a student right now is a huge thing, because no one's going to walk into a room and say, yeah, I've been trading crypto for 35 years, and there's no one it's so new that really everyone's a student. So I start with that is if a person wants to participate, it's not going to be about the advice, well, should I buy Ethereum or Bitcoin, or is it Dogecoin or non-fungible. It's really is, if I'm going to get close to my goals, is that going to be a function of my own personal development in this skill? Yeah, probably is. So that context of the student is where I'm still at. It's not old enough for me to say, oh, I've got this one figured out. But I'll tell you, I've been studying it intensely, and I'm excited to be a part of this series as a student again, because I've seen who you've got coming, and it's awesome.
Thank you.
So we start with the student and learning it, so I can share with you what I've learned so far.
Please.
I think. I love to talk about both sides of the coin. People get dogmatic and cheer for their asset class. Oh, real estate's the best. Oh, real estate's terrible. Oh, stocks are better than real. Well, Bitcoin's the new thing. And one of the things I'm good at as a primarily stock and options investor is I can poke holes in what's wrong or what's difficult about it.
Right.
If I'm going to get enamored with stocks, I'm probably not going to be a very good stock trader, because it's the risks that I learn about to handle. So I begin by talking to people about, before we fall in love with crypto, because it is a thing, it's going to be big, we need to learn about it, but let's start with, it's not perfect. So a couple of things that I think about with it. Number one, I look at it a lot like Warren Buffett looks at gold. Gold doesn't produce anything. And so you're basically having a gold go up or gold go down. Now, if I own Fruit of the Loom underwear, I'm producing underwear. And so there's cash flow to be had. Warren Buffett doesn't wake up in the morning and say, oh, the market's down, I wonder if I should sell Fruit of the Loom. It's not even traded. He's focused on what that business generates from a cash flow standpoint. So if a person's going to get in crypto as an investment, as opposed to just using it as a currency, they're going to have to play the up and down game, and that's a tough game to play, to start with. Currency, what do you put in you don't put $10 million in your checking account. You put in enough it's supposed to move, and currency's supposed to be there to spend and to get rid of. When you think about it, currency is to get rid of. We don't stack it. And somehow this has turned into an investment very quickly for people, and it's very easy to get enamored with it. So first thing I'd say is, what do we want to use it for primarily? Is it a great cash flow tool if you're an expert in technical analysis, if you're a great day trader, if you understand charts and you like that up and down game with something that's very volatile? People can do it. It's not my specialty, but I'll tell you what I like about it. What a great alternative to other currencies as a hedge, right? And that's why I began to trade a little bit and learn about it. It's still in its infancy. From a cash flow standpoint, Patrick, it's optional. If you have stocks trading skills, you can trade crypto. It's the same thing. It's like any other currency going up and down on a chart. But as you look at the options market, and it hasn't invaded the main markets yet, but there's some credible markets. It's thinly traded right now. There's wide spreads. I know I'm speaking stock language, but I've been trading it because here's the key. They're going to get better. There's going to be more participation, not less. Spreads are going to narrow, volume's going to get higher. And the hardest thing about crypto is its volatility. It's so all over the place. When a person learns to use options in the same way I do it with stocks, I'm already protecting my cryptos and cash flowing my cryptos by selling options against it and buying options to protect it, which is something very few people in the crypto world are doing. And you can see there's a lot of amateurs doing it. I don't do it with full fervor. I'm not putting all my money in this, but because I know how options work and I know how they give me guarantees at which I can buy and sell, imagine that. What if you can buy and sell your Bitcoin or your Ethereum with a guarantee by spending a little money or making a little money promising to buy it? So if I told you right now that I received money this week for a promise to buy Bitcoin almost 25% cheaper than it is today, that'd be pretty interesting for people to know. So wait a minute. You're getting money for a promise to buy Bitcoin going cheaper than it is today. Yeah, on this very day.
So explain how that works.
Well, let's say that you own some Bitcoin, and let's say you got in at $40,000. Let's see, that's the rate. It's been all over the place.
Right.
And let's say today it's 45. And you're a little nervous that it might go down below that. So you say, I want to buy some insurance. Now you insure your house, yes?
Yes.
Do you think it's going to burn down today?
I hope not.
Well, but you're still insuring.
Yeah.
So you're not predicting, you're preparing.
Right.
So the same things happen. I mean, I talk about this with 401ks. What's more likely to burn down in the next 6 months, your house or your 401k?
Right.
Well, people spend much more money insuring their house than their investments. Right. If you say, hey, I want to draw a line in the sand, let's say at 40,000, I want to insure that.
Meaning that if it goes below 40,000, I want to sell it?
You can get rid of it,
Okay.
exactly. We're guaranteed get rid of it. That's a good feeling if someone's nervous and they're trading it. I mean, because Bitcoin can get cut in half. We've seen it, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's still new. And so to have that line in the sand, you feel just as good. Now, sleep at night. I know if it goes below 40, I at least get 40 out of it.
Is that similar to a stop loss, though? In other words, in the sense that I could just sell it at 40, but I might miss it if it go lower.
Yeah.
If
If you have a gap, exactly. If you have a gap, that's an issue big time.
Yeah.
And it's nice. And people can also speculate with these, right? If you bet it's going down, you can buy it and make some money. So I will take cash because I believe long term it's going to get bigger and less, not smaller. That's my belief.
Right.
I think that cryptocurrencies become more valuable, not less valuable, like anything else. So I'm willing to say, well, gee, if it goes up, I keep that cash. If it stays the same, I keep that cash. If it goes down, I'm going to buy something I was going to buy anyway, $5,000 per coin cheaper, and I got paid to do it at a decent percentage. You got to fight a little bit with spreads, and there's things to learn. And we're developing classes for Bitcoin people way quick because they want to know.
Right.
The good news is that this is its infancy, and people have at least a little time to learn these skills. I'm so grateful right now for two things. The things I've learned so far, because these skills are absolutely transferable. Look, principles of financial education are not going to change, right? And so that's good news. And then the second thing is what I've learned is transferable, and I have the opportunity, I have a little bit of time to get my financial education in order to take advantage of this. So that's the first thing, is those skills are transferable. If a guy can trade stocks, he can trade Bitcoin or Ethereum, and if a guy understands options, we can start to develop cash flows and a little bit less risk in holding some of those cryptos.
Thanks so much for being here and watching that video. And can I ask you to please subscribe to our channel so you can find out when we're posting new content. You'll be alerted right away when we do. To share this with people you think might benefit from the information, and certainly it helps us if you like the video. So if you like what you just saw, go ahead and hit that like button. And again, thank you so much for being here with me right now.